Vidhammer Fantasy.
Welcome back. I'm Spudlow, bringing you another Vidhammer news update for April 21st, 2014. I do realize I haven't put up a new battle report since last week, but I've been working on several things, and I haven't played any new games myself since then. I've been trying to finish off the voiceover commentary for the final round table from Crucible 3, and I think I've got most of that figured out. I was able to talk to Grady this past Saturday and iron out a few things that I had questions on, so I think I can go back and actually finish that one. And other than that, I've been working on trying to do some kind of enhanced graphics that I can try to use for battle reports in the future. And I'm not really familiar with Adobe After Effects. Trying to figure out how to do what I wanted to do was not an easy task, and I still can't get it to do exactly what I want. And I'm just kind of learning as I go in that regard. But they'll make it. I'm positive that I can get something that looks good. I'm just gonna have to think around with it a little bit more. But on the good side, this past weekend, on Saturday, we had a great turnout at Darkside Comics for the 2,500 point tournament, April Fantasy Tournament. We had 14 people there, which was just awesome. A big group came down from the normal Wednesday night group from Learn to Play, and almost all of the people that were normally there from Darkside were there, even though a few of them were participating in the Iron Painter tournament, or the Iron Painter event at the same time, which I was able to get a few shots from. Really wish I could have been in that one, but I know by the time it was over, it's like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to stay until noon the next day and just jump right into painting. But next time, as long as it doesn't conflict with the fantasy day, I'm there. I want to do some iron painting, and I've already slated it up. I'm going to bring 25 storm vermin and make them look really nice, rather than the mishmash hodgepodge that I'm using right now, which looks good. It's nice enough to have on the table, but I'd like something that looks a lot nicer, and it would make it probably give me more incentive to actually use the storm vermin well. The Plague Furnace, I brought the Plague Furnace in my list. It was on the table. It did not get destroyed. I won't tell you anything else about how my games went, except for my first game. My first game was a win simply by default. I took the bye in the first round because one of the players didn't show up until later, so we had an odd number to start out with. I took the bye so I could record two armies other than my own, which is always nice, and the people there were agreeable to that, nice enough to let me go ahead and do that. So the first round I recorded between Bob Shippey and Colin, Bob taking an orc-heavy list rather than the goblin list that you saw me and him play with a few weeks ago. He takes a orc-heavy list that does pretty well, and Colin with his Bretonnians come in. And if you've seen some of Once Bitten's Bretonnian lists, Colin's got something kind of close, not spot on, but he's got some similar elements in there, and he knows how to play them. He knows how to play them well. My second round, I take my Skaven up against Cameron's Ogres. He's got his Ogres up there, and we've played before in a preemptive tournament before Crucible 3 came out over in Learn to Play, which is back in February. And that was a fun game. We got to play again, and it was a pretty good one. And then in my third round, I actually end up playing Colin, who was in the first round video. So it's my Skaven against his Bretonnians. And that was an interesting one, because I've only played as the Bretonnians once when I was first learning, how to play fantasy and everything. And I think this was the first time I've actually played against them. No, correction, that's wrong. I did play against them when Kevin brought his Bretonnian in, his really nice banners and standards and all that stuff. And Colin's got the same thing. He's got a lot of really colorful models out there. Every one of them painted different individually and everything. So they're really impressive army visually when they're on the boards. It was nice to see them out there. And I got my Plague Furnace out there, so I'm trying to match pace with the visual aesthetics as it is. And it was a fun tournament. A lot of people had a lot of fun. Eric ended up in the final table match with Grady, which was kind of expected. I guess not really expected, but I wasn't surprised to see the two of them on the final table. And Eric was the final victor for the tournament. Ended up getting, I believe, 25 points in his first round, then 24 in his second, and 24 in his third. So only 2 points shy of maximum points for those 3 games. And yeah, if anything, I wish I'd gotten some video of how he pulled that one off, because he's got some flyers, he's got some fast cover. He was taking high elves, and yeah, he just has a very good mindset when he plays of what he needs to do to get the win, and he always has in the back of his mind that concept of being focused on your objectives, what extra battle points you're going to get, and what extra bonus points from the scenario you're going to get. And he went after him, and he just got them all, because the points breakdown was 15 points for the win, 10 for the draw, and 5 for the loss by standard basic rule book scenario victory. So if you win by 100 points, you get the victory, plus captured standards and killed generals and stuff like that. Then each round, there was a maximum of 5 battle points, depending on the stuff that you killed, depending on the scenario. If you killed casters for some, or if you killed off the general, or most expensive magic item for some. And then each round, the bonus scenario, other bonus scenario points went to terrain features. 1 point for controlling every terrain feature on the board. And each board had, I think, 5 or possibly 6, up to a maximum of 5 that you could get. So yeah, him being able to get the win and get the maximum battle points and get the maximum terrain feature bonus almost every round, that's pretty exceptional. Hats off to you, you cheesy rat bastard. I have to say that just cause. But yeah, he's a good guy. Definitely deserves the win there. And looking forward to playing him again. I think our next game we're going to have a Triumph and Treachery, where he's in the center and all the rest of us come at him, and he's allowed to have 1 rank and file model from his least expensive core unit, and that's it. That's all he gets. So I'm feeling good about our odds in that one. I think we'll at least get a draw. From that, though, it's been a fun week. I've been tinkering around with things, trying to get new stuff in motion and all that. But the new battle reports will be coming out, even though there's some, the stuff's going to keep me busy in the few upcoming days. But by the weekend, hopefully, I'll start getting a couple battle reports out, and hopefully get everything else that I've got on tape done through next week. And you guys will have some more stuff to keep you busy for a while. So I hope you keep watching, and that stuff will be coming out soon. Take care, enjoy your upcoming week and all that it brings you. Keep fighting.
My overall strategy here is to procrastinate as much as possible to the last 3 hours, where I use the good old skill in a can.
There you go.
I'm running low on it, so I'm going to have to try the new skill in the can. We'll find out.
All right. This is party boy. Pool boy to party boy.
With high elf.
There's your tournament winner, everybody. Right there. You see some cheese hanging off of his beard. You're gonna be on it anyway. It's gonna be Robbie Hammer right here. It's ow, 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 ah, oh, ah, ah.